I'm just sitting like this, that's what I mean. I think the way that I deal with setbacks or, when things go wrong is I actually have adopted a mindset that accepts that it's going to happen, which I think is really important. So for me, actually, ironically, if we didn't have setbacks or if we didn't have things that went wrong, I'd probably be more anxious or more worried, because that means we've probably stopped innovating, we've stopped pushing the boundaries. I started life as a lawyer and primarily worked in-house as a general counsel at fast growth technology companies, which is really where the use case came from that started Surmise. So Surmise was originally founded from the use case of summarizing signed contracts, hence where the name came from. We then started to realize that we needed to become a full contract lifecycle management solution. So we needed to help lawyers create contracts, review them, and manage them. Since then, we've worked with a number of in-house legal teams across the globe. We completed our Series A funding last year, which is with YFM, and we've just started to expand into the US with our first international office, and that's definitely part of the growth strategy going forward. I think it's important for every business to have a strong vision and mission. So for us, our vision is to help everyone understand each other better. I think keeping teams motivated, probably the primary thing you need to do is actually give people a purpose or believe that they can contribute to the company. So we've talked a little bit about the importance of vision and mission statements, but actually people fundamentally want to know they're making a difference. I think probably the first piece of advice for making difficult decisions is to take the emotion out of it. I think a lot of the times if you think of decisions very logically and not necessarily with emotion, you can usually get to the right answer. The first piece of advice for other founders is to realize the importance of having a strong network, particularly board. So I've been very keen to make sure I've had former entrepreneurs, particularly in the tech sector, to be surrounding myself by these people every day. And we actually had a very strong angel investor from the very early days, which really helped us drive the business forward and also stay paranoid about getting things in place now to help us in the future. One of those, which is probably my second piece of advice, is to go early on a leadership team, because ultimately as a founder you tend to think that you're unstoppable, but you also probably take ownership of too much of the business for probably a little bit longer than you should. I think fundamentally I just want to continue to build a great business with great people. I think then the rest will take care of itself.